Carlene's going to send me that information. Let's take a live look. This is the press conference. Here we go. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so here we go. All right, the family of Jabari Peoples and attorney Ben Crump released independent autopsy findings, as according to the NBC affiliate there in Birmingham, Alabama. The family of Jabari Peoples and civil rights attorney Ben Crump are presenting the preliminary findings of an independent autopsy. The autopsy was commissioned last month. Was commissioned following last month's shooting, actually on June 23rd, a police shooting that killed the 18-year-old Jabari Peoples at Homewood Soccer Park. Let's take a listen in to what attorneys, advocates, and the family of Jabari Peoples are saying at this moment. Let's take a listen in.
All of that, the cost, the moving of the body, the emotional distress of all of that,
my Lord.
We probably didn't need that. But we're looking for answers, and so that's why we're here today, is to try to find some answers. And as the attorneys for this family, it hurts us too that we can't give them more answers.
Yeah.
And as your community, I know that you're hurting too.
Yes.
We all.
You need the answers, right? This is your community. These are your people, right? You stand together. You need the answers too. And frankly, all of America, they need the answers. What happened? And show the video.
Thank you, Attorney Park. Deandra Peoples, his first cousin wanted to say something.
I just wanted to say on behalf of the family, we greatly appreciate the outpour of love that we've been receiving from the community and everyone that know Jabari and that don't know Jabari. And also just want to speak on the fact that Homewood Police Department nor Aaliyah have been in contact with the family even as from day one. They did not reach out. So it's just heartbreaking that it feel like we have been showed no respect. The day it happened, we spent literally all day looking and to speak with someone, so our last resort was to call the news to get answers. Would no one speak with us, Homewood Police Department nor Aaliyah. They closed the door on us. Aaliyah finally reached out to my uncle and aunt Vivian and William after they made the Facebook post was made. So it's just almost 24 hours later, and here it is 3 weeks later, and we're still asking for answers from Aaliyah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dan. Yeah, this family has been through it and they still standing, so thank God. Are there any final questions? Yes, sir.
2 quick questions. Who did the independent autopsy, and were there any other findings, any other wounds on the body?
All right, this is most important.
At this point, we're not able to tell you who it is. We can tell you it's an Atlanta medical examiner that's highly qualified. It will be, if the video is shown to us and it doesn't vindicate whoever did the shooting, it will be shown and she will testify.
And were there any other wounds on the
There were, but we thought this was the most significant wound because we know that none of the other wounds caused death.
Can you give us any details about the other wounds?
I won't want to speculate. When their autopsy is released, we'll have her do her complete autopsy, and we will release it to the press. Okay? Yes, sir.
I just want some clarity on who is responsible for releasing the video. Is it the Homewood or is it the state?
You know, that's why we're in. Yeah, that's why we're in court now. I'll let Attorney Barganier and Attorney Maxwell speak to that.
Right, and so our petition, we're asking for Homewood. With the rules with this petition, you can only file it against folks who could be possible defendants. We know that this is a Homewood officer, Homewood involved shooting, right? And so we're asking Homewood, we know that they have multiple pieces of evidence outlined in our complaint, in our petition, and we're asking for that to be released. Now, Homewood is obviously saying they need permission from Aaliyah, but that's why we're going to the court. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the judge has the controlling say in that.
Thank you. That's why we have good local counsel who know all the Alabama rules. Attorney Barganier?
No, I think Leroy hit it right on the head. You file a lawsuit, that's the process of getting into the courthouse, getting in front of a judge so somebody can make a ruling. This statute's been around for, I guess, a few years now, and I don't know if we have much clarity as far as case law from our Supreme Court as it relates to interpreting the statute. But something as preliminary as showing a video to the family, which the statute does allow, show the video, right?
Thank you.
What I would say is, if this was one of our friends, this officer, or whoever it was preliminarily, and there was a video that made him free of all this, would we not show that video?
Exactly.
And, 3 weeks, we've all lost loved ones, and we put them in the ground, and that's where they belong, with God. 3 weeks, and they couldn't get their son in the ground. That is the saddest thing I've seen.
Thank you. In conclusion, it just goes without saying that it's so hypocritical when you think about it. Because if this was somebody in our community and they had did something inappropriate or committed a crime, they would have released it. It'll be all over the evening news. And they wouldn't come up with no excuse talking about, well, we got to wait, it's pending an investigation. No. When people in our community are alleged to have committed a crime, it's everywhere. Why do we have 2 sets of rules when the police kill one of us that it's delay? I often suspect that that's part of the modus operandi, that delay until people forget about Jabari Peoples. Well, we're not going to forget about Jabari Peoples. We're going to stand with Jabari Peoples. We're going to get justice for Jabari Peoples. Justice for Jabari Peoples.
A friend. We need at least 2 friends to say something about their friend. And too many times you have these press conferences we go on, but there are hurting hearts and friends. There's a friend that sticks closer than a sister or brother. So let's just make that room. I personally need some fire in my engine. Going up and down that road, a big Aliceville, right in front of me as I was leaving Aliceville. A big motorcycle turned over right in front of me. I had to help a lady on this huge motorcycle and call and do all that. This is coming straight out of the funeral down there. Then about 3 miles away, a big deer ran right in front of me. All these things happening. That is satanic far as I'm concerned. But you're not going to prohibit it. So I need some friends like me that call me and to demand he come. So I need to hear from these friends, because they the one, I don't want no 10 toes down. I want 10 toes up. You're not running if your toes down. You're getting it. Ask Jabar, he'll tell you. He won a lot of those races by those toes. So 2 of you stand on your toes and let this audience feel what you feel. And great pastors, thank you guys for coming in such a short notice. Y'all already know the assignment, because y'all was in the battle. Y'all was in the battle. Well, battle's right there. That's Brother Battle. That's one of the top Martin Luther King's men right there. Very quiet. Stand a minute. Stand a minute. Yeah. He's a battle axe. When you go to where the kneeling preachers are kneeling in the park, that's one of them. Quiet, shy, but a fight.
Amen.
And a stand. So let's do that.
Stand.
Let's stand.
Amen.
Let's do what we got to do.
Amen.
And they don't want what we gonna bring if we bring it. Every march we've had
Turn up.
of late, in my years before whatever they retired, you know, that's like retire your tire, get 4 new tires, retire. But I didn't take them. I got them back. And we gonna have to unloose, possibly, what we should have done long ago. When they killed little girl Coleman, let her hang over there in that jail by themselves and say she hung herself. No way. Chaplain, I'm sorry. She was Kendra Coleman. And the other woman, don't forget about the one who wore the black and red, the evangelist, that the police throwed her down in the wall, in the Walmart, or whatever it was. What was it? Talk to me.
Mary Johnson.
Mary Johnson, an evangelist with her daughter. And they jumped any black person that had red and black on here in Homewood. Ain't no home in these woods right now. Ain't no home in these woods. And we're not playing this time. But anyway, I'm very much through. I just had to ad-lib that because we missed points that give us the drive and the appreciation we have to exemplify and not be overlooked when we got to carry the package. All right, thank you, Ben.
Thank you to Frank, and thank you to Black Lives Matter. Thank you to the clergy. Thank you to all the community leaders and all the activists who are standing up with this family, because we know if they quit saying his name, they will sweep him under the rug. So say his name. Jabari Peoples. Say his name. Jabari Peoples. Say his name. Jabari Peoples. Thank you all very much. We will continue to keep you updated as we get more information. God bless you all.
All right, so you're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. We are approaching the top of the hour. That is a live look from Homewood, Alabama, in the Birmingham, Alabama area. A press conference just wrapping up there. It looked like the shot froze, so I got off of it. But the family of Jabari Peoples and civil rights attorney Ben Crump presenting the preliminary findings of an independent autopsy. Now, that autopsy was commissioned following the June 23rd police shooting that killed the 18-year-old Jabari Peoples at Homewood Soccer Park. So again, that press conference just wrapping up there.